And hello, this is Wakasm, here to play Dungeon Pages Underboss. It finally released. I had played the Kickstarter preview of it not too long ago. I think it was like about 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. And they released the first set of print and play files where we now have access to the Berserk Dragon, the Grim Vampire. We have the Hunting Spiders, we have King Tretis, we have Thera, who was the one who I played for the Kickstarter preview, although they changed some of the heroes since then, so that's just kind of interesting. And then we have Vodan, and we also have the first week of the year-long set, the Frozen Dragon. So I think today we're just going to stick with the Berserk Dragon and see how that goes. If you need a rules refresher, I'll probably talk about the rules as I play anyway, but just in case I don't, I have a video for the Kickstarter that kind of covers all the rules. And I think I'm playing correctly, but I make rules mistakes, so if you catch me doing something weird, let me know, and I will try to fix it in my next video. So to begin, we have to... I've already forgotten how to play. I should know how to play. The first thing we have to do is we have to upgrade this. So if I remember correctly, every dungeon you get a certain number of crystals that you can spend on your, like, I don't know what you call it, your boss area. And these are the costs up here. So I could add like a hit in here if I want to, or I could add some armor. And this character's ability is he's got a Fireblast cost. He can deal 2 damage to all heroes in a row or column with the Fireblast, but it's specific to where it is. They added this little icon. So if I put like a Fireblast here, then I can only do that to everything either in a row or a column here. So some areas of the dungeon that might be better useful than others, although I could probably, put one in every single like column, like put one here, 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 and here. But I'm actually not sure how this works. So I know I need matching dice to be able to use it. But I'm curious if it would like trigger multiple times. I assume it would, but I'm actually not 100% sure. During play, discard dice to activate the boss's abilities. Interesting. Not actually 100% sure how that would work, so I already have a question despite knowing how to play the game. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. And then we also have Intimidate. Intimidate's another hero in this space gains fear. Heroes with fear are speed -2, minimum speed is 1. Not really sure how useful that is. It's probably a little bit useful, but some of the heroes we actually want them to move fast, so because then they skip spots and you can kind of get more out of your dungeon. And again, I apologize. My work schedule has been really, really crazy, so I'm going to probably be yawning a lot as I'm playing late at night, as per usual. Alright, so I can upgrade a few things. I can get armor, discard unused evil dice to prevent 1 damage once per armor. I guess maybe I can't get any. I guess we'll just go all out on damage. We'll do a fireball. We'll do the fireball here. We'll do a hit. I don't know. We'll do a hit right below it, I guess. There we go. Perfect. And actually, I'm gonna do it a little bit nicer. I'm gonna do it like this. And like that. There we go. All right. So we spent all of our crystals for that. So now we know what we're doing. So now I have to draw this in, and I think I'm going to try and draw it here. This seems like a good place for it. This way, potentially, I can fireball here across the whole map. This is where the boss's head is. So if I take damage there, then I take an extra point of damage. And then we are only using one good dice, so I have to fix that. And I think that's all the setup we need. We can get started. So phase 1, we're going to roll the dice. Now, just as a reminder, this trigger dice thing is not actually part of the game. It's just something that I use for things that trigger. I don't like re-rolling the dice that have like values already in them. So yeah, that's what's going on there. So we're going to roll our evil dice. We're going to roll our good dice. And first, we're going to activate the good dice. So first thing that's going to happen is Flynn is going to come onto the board. And he's going to leave going this way. So he's going to end up right there. He's a thief. He crosses out all traps in his column. So he disables columns now. That's different. I felt like, I don't know if, I assume this will forever be his power. I don't know if the powers change. But I feel like his power before was he automatically got treasures for free, which seemed kind of weak. This seems a lot stronger. So we don't like Flynn. No, we want Flynn to go away. So let's see how we can do that. All right, so we have a 2 and a 4. So let's see, we haven't looked at what our abilities are with this Berserk Dragon. So Berserk Dragon, your warnings went unheeded. Now only fire will teach them the lesson. We have monsters. We have underlings. Cross out underling to add 1 to an evil die. And they target one thing adjacent and deal a damage to it. Or we have orcs. I can spend any 2, 3, 4, and 5. And these guys deal damage to the entire row. Well, they don't deal damage to the entire row. They target one thing on its row. After activation, you may reroll one of these dice and use it only to activate a boss ability. So we like the orcs if we can get them out, but we rolled a 2 and a 4, so no luck there. We still have our chopping blades. When a hero is marked in this trap's column, roll. If result 1 through 4, hero takes 1. But now we have Flynn who crosses out all traps, so not really sure what the best answer is. And then we have Cursed Fog. When a hero attacks a threat in the same row as Cursed Fog, roll a die. On a 1 to 3, heroes deal no damage to this threat. All right. Well, I suppose the first thing we are going to do is we are going to drop an underling right here. And we will use that. We'll use that. And we're going to do 1 damage directly to Flynn. Because Flynn makes it harder to use our traps. I don't want to put anything in the green row though, so I think we will just like chopping blade somewhere. Is it row or column? Traps. The hero is marked in this trap's column. Roll. If a result. So we know if I put this here, we know we have 2 more guys coming out. If I put it here, 1, 2, potentially 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's 4 here. So let's put it right here and hope that Flynn does not destroy it. Although Flynn's already here, so I guess this would be a good safe place for the chopping blade. There we go. because Flynn's going to come this way. He's going to come down here and then go this way. So if I kind of stay behind him, maybe that will work out. We'll see. All right, so let's roll our evil dice and our good dice. And we have a 4 to 6. It's not enough to get an orc out. But first we got to activate Flynn. So Flynn is going to move from here. And he's going to move 1, 2, 3 right here. All right. When a hero attacks a threat in the same row as Cursed Frog, roll a die. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep saying Cursed Frog every single time. 1, 2, 3. So if I put a chopping blade here and he moves, he's going to disable it. So I think we're just going to put down another underling right behind him and deal damage to him. And I guess we'll use a 4 for that. And I don't know if anything can hit these. Well, we have 2 underlings. Okay, so we'll actually use the cursed. We'll put it here. When a hero attacks a threat in the same row. Oh no, same row. That's useful. Guess we'll do it like this. And we'll just hope that it works out. I feel like I'm wasting a space by doing this. But this is how we learn. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. I meant to unclick that. Alright, so let's roll and roll. Alright, so Marion, the spirit, is coming out. When targeted by monsters or a boss, roll a die. If the result is odd, cancel the effect damage. Alright, we don't like this character at all. Alright, so she moves to the right. So she's going to come out and go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to end up right there. Nothing attacks her. And we have 2 1s, which again is not really great. Well, I guess this is not bad actually, because Flynn is right next to this underling, and we can just punch Flynn twice. So that's what we're going to do. She's going to be harder to kill, but we'll worry about Flynn first. And that's it. We're going to roll and roll. Alright, so she's going to come out. Oh, wait, no, she attacks me. I forgot. Sorry. She attacks adjacent. He attacks adjacent too. Did I forget to do that? No. He came here first, and then I put him here. He came here first. Okay. But I take a damage. Forgot all about that. Gotta remember. What do I have to remember? I have 20 damage. I have a lot of health. But yeah, her ability. Adjacent. So everyone's adjacent except for him. And Sigrid is if 6. Okay, so roll if a 6. Okay. I feel like that changed too, unless I'm misremembering how that character worked. Anyway, let's roll and roll. 6 and 5. I can't get any orcs. Alright, so good dice. Zafin is going to show up. Let's see what his ability is. Roll. If a 4 to 6, deal 2 to all monsters and boss surrounding and diagonal spaces. Okay. Well, he's just going to come out first. He's going to come out the door here. And he's not adjacent to anything. To all monsters and boss in surrounding and diagonal. So I believe we'll use pink. I believe he attacks. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. I believe he attacks here, 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 and here. Although I thought surround already meant this. So I gotta double check on that. Hold on. Yeah, that's what surround means. I don't get in surrounding and diagonal lines. Diagonal line spaces. So diagonal line would be like this. like this. I think that is, I think that's how that works. Not 100% sure. Diagonally, yeah, that's what that means. Okay. So let's double check. Can he hit anything here? No. He could hit me there, so I guess I have to roll. So he rolled a 1. So this is what I use the trigger dice for when things have to roll. Alright, I rolled a 6 and a 5. I cannot upgrade an orc or do anything with orcs. But Safin is in a chopping blade, so when a hero is marked in this trap's column, place a monster. No, roll activate good dice. Yeah. I forget the order of operations here too once. Yeah, I was technically supposed to activate the chopping blade first, so let's do that now. And only on a 1 through 4, so 5. So we would have reversed this. I would have taken 2 damage and he would have taken 1 damage, but because we did it the other way, this is what we have. Alright, so because I have a 5 and a 6, I am simply going to just punch Safin again with this underling that's right behind him. He is two damage away from losing. So could be good, could be bad. I don't know if maybe he's someone we want to leave out. I don't know, but it is what we're doing. So let us roll and roll. A 1, so Safin, not Safin, Flynn. I don't know. I'm gonna see all these names wrong over and again. So he's gonna move here, just 1 simple space. Also, we totally forgot. Flynn went through this coin, so he has this coin right here. That is a mechanic. Anytime they cross over something, like this coin right here, they get the treasure. So that's just something I have to pay attention to. Alright, so he is in a trap column again. Yeah, so let's do the chopping blade first. 5 is a miss. Now we're going to do Safin's big AoE. And it is a hit, so let us map out. He hits everything here. However, this is in the same row. He misses me, he misses me. This is in the same row as this Cursed Fog. When a hero attacks a threat in the same row as Cursed Fog, roll a die on a 1 or 3. So we want a 1 or a 3. And we got the exact opposite. So unfortunately, our underling disappears, but we don't take any damage. Well, then again, we have a 3 and a 4. We can actually put down an orc if we want to, or we can start upgrading an orc. I want to start upgrading the orc in preparation of future turns, because I can only target one thing by doing it, and I'd rather at least get the 3 damage. So we're going to do 1 upgrade. Could have taken out Flynn, but it's the first time we had the opportunity to upgrade, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, let's roll and roll. Alright, 6 means none of the good guys activate this turn, which is good for us, which means that we can just use the 1 and the 2 to punch Safin, or no, to punch Flynn. So Flynn is gone. Boom, no more 2s. So 2s do not activate anymore. Easy peasy. So that was an easy turn for us. Let's roll and roll. Alright, so it looks like Safin is activating again. He's going to come down over this coin. He's going to end up right next to where he was. He gets the coin. He is now going to do his... There's no traps, yeah. So he's going to do his attack. It's a 3, so he misses. So nothing happens there. I have a 3 and a 6. 3 and a 6 does not do anything for us in terms of being able to upgrade an orc. Surprisingly, 3, 4s, and 5s are hard to roll. I could put down another chopping blade now, because now I don't have to worry about Flynn disabling it. Or I could just put down an underling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us do. I feel like the underling is the better play here. So we're going to put down the underling here. And we're going to attack Safin twice. 1, 2. All right. We're going to roll. We're going to roll. 4 comes out. 4 is Sigrid. Roll. Well, they come out first. They come out the door. They're going to end up right here. We have no chopping blocks here. Now we're going to roll. If it's a 6, increase Sigrid's attack by 2 this turn. We do not increase it, but it doesn't matter because they are not adjacent to anything that they'd be able to attack anyway. So we are safe in that regard. We have a 3 and a 6. And unfortunately, we cannot upgrade our orc, so we are just going to attack Safin twice. Boom, boom, with our underling. And we're going to roll, we're going to roll. Oh, we have a pair. Well, the good dice is going to go first. Let's see. He's going to move down to here. And then he's going to roll his trigger. Just a 3, he misses. He needs a 4 and a 6 to deal all that damage. But we have a 6 and a 6. And interestingly enough, we put our flame basically right here, which means that I can deal 2 damage to all heroes in a row or column with Fireblast. And we currently have two heroes in this row. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're simply just going to use both our 6s, and Sigrid's going to take 2 damage. And then Marion's power is, what is Marion's power? Let's look at that again. When targeted by monsters or boss, roll a die. If the result is odd, cancel the effect damage. Okay, so she's going to be really hard to kill. We want an even. And it was so she doesn't take any damage. That would have been a very good use of my turn, but it's fine. What can we do? All right, so we're going to roll and roll. 3 and 2, still not enough for an orc. We have a 5, so she's going to move. She moves 4. So she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. She can't stop here. That's a wall. So she's going to go to right here. She gets a key. She's collected the key. And she attacks 1 adjacent, so she's going to attack me since she's inside my space here. So there's my damage right there. She is on my hit space though, so if I had a 4, a 5, or a 6, I could puncture, but unfortunately, unfortunately I don't have a 4, 5, and 6. So I think we're just going to drop down another underling right here. And we're just going to punch Safin twice. So 1 more damage to Safin and they are gone. And that's it for the turn. Ooh, we got doubles again. But first Safin's going to move. So they're going to move all the way into here. So we definitely do not want them to roll 4, 5, 6 right now. It'd be really bad for us. Good. So otherwise we would have lost both these underlings. I do have this, so it's kind of, well, yeah. Right now this flame Fireblast is better because I could kill off Safin right now, which would be fine, but then I would have no real good use for the other 3. Or I could just do the guaranteed 2 damage to Sigrid, and it's kind of the same, but we're going to go for it. So Sigrid's going to take 2 damage. That's all we're going to do. We could have upgraded an orc. That might have also been useful too, but we'll do that another time. All right, so Safin is going to move Maybe we should have taken them out. I don't know. They're going to move to here. And they're going to roll. They rolled a 3, so they keep missing, which is good for us. So we have a 3 and a 6. We're kind of not in a really good space to use these numbers. Don't have matching. So underling, I can cross out underlings, add 1 to an evil die. So interestingly enough, I could do this. I'm going to cross all 3 of these guys out. Boom, boom, boom. Now I'm going to make this, whoops, I'm going to make this a 6. There we go. That's what I meant to do. And now they're matching. And now I have a nice Fireblast here. And I can kill off Zafin and do 2 more damage to Sigrid. Zafin is now gone. So we've killed 2 of the heroes in this first area, which is not bad for us. And now we're going to roll and roll. Good dice is 5, so she's going to be moving. She moves 4 this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to end up right here. Don't really have a good answer for her right now. She's going to attack me for 1. And I have a 1 and a 6. So again, these are bad dice for us because we can't put anything adjacent to either of these guys. I could put down a chopping blade, but that doesn't really do too much. Yeah, this is not a great situation for us. I kind of want to leave these. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a chopping blade down here. It's probably a bad idea, but I don't have that many ideas left for this round. If I put a chopping blade here so that I can attack someone who hits up here, and I still have room to potentially punch them with underlings if they go there. Otherwise, we're just hoping to upgrade our orcs. All right, so they don't move, but again, 5 and 6 does not help us really do anything because we can't hit them. We don't even have Intimidate. And we can't upgrade an orc with a 5 or 6. So this whole turn's a wash, really. So we're just gonna... if I would have put down an underling, though, I could increase that 5 to a 6, and I could have done 2 more damage to Sigrid. So that's something to consider, I guess. Maybe putting down underlings is still useful for that. All right, 4 is Sigrid, so she's gonna move. She's gonna move out of that space. She's gonna move over 2 into this green space right here. Right there. And we have a 6 and a 3. Can't really do anything again with what we have going on, so we're just gonna roll. Actually, I think I have to use these dice. Just remembered. 6 and a 3. I think I have to use them. 1 second. I can't really undo it, but yeah, if you have dice to use, you have to use them. I forgot that that's a rule. It's like, I know I rolled a 3 and a 6 last turn, so I probably could have put down an underling here, and I don't know. And then I can't make them punch. What could I have done with the 6? I could put down another Cursed Fog. So moving forward, I don't want to cheat, but yeah, you have to use your dice if you can. I forgot that that's part of the rules. And then this turn, Proya is gonna show up, and she's just gonna end up right here. And I believe we play out the end of the turn based on my rules notes here. Yeah, I mean, I have it pretty clearly listed. Roll, activate good dice, activate evil dice, check if dungeon path is completed, check if all heroes are defeated. So I can use these 2 dice to damage Sigrid, And also, Kroya, the shield guard, not be attacked by a monster on the turn it spawned. Interesting. She did spawn into this chopping blade. So we're gonna roll the trigger for that. And it's a 1, it's 1 through 4, so she takes a damage. And I gave her the key. Did I forget to give something to anyone else? No, I don't think anyone else has moved through anything yet. So that's it. Now we check to see if they've completed the dungeon, and they have. Basically, all these green spots are filled in, so that's how they complete the dungeon, is by doing that. So we move on to the next dungeon. So we are going to be using 2 good dice now to activate. We did pretty good this first round, all things considering. And we have 5 crystals to use. So I think we're definitely just going to add another Fireblast somewhere. We're doing pretty good on health. I wonder if I should just add a bunch of hits and ignore the armor cost. But the armored also lets us waste dice too. Discard unused dice to prevent once per armor. All right, we'll get 1 armor in here. I'll probably regret this. I probably should have done 2 hits instead, but we have the Fireblast, so hopefully this will work. But at least the armor then lets us waste some good evil dice, so we don't have to fill up spaces. And again, I think I cheated a little bit. I think there was probably a turn or 2 where I just didn't use dice, but for the most part, I was constantly using them with the underlings. But yeah. All right, we have not even used an orc yet, so that's interesting, but also frustrating. All right, so we're gonna roll and roll. Oh wait, no, we're not gonna roll. We'll keep that roll, but we have to actually add our boss to the dungeon first. So where is some good locations for this? Maybe like this. No, actually, I think they can land on here, so I might have messed that up too. Can they land on the star space? I believe they can. I believe they can. I wonder if kind of curious how I played it last time too. I think they can, but I'll find out, and potentially next time I play. What is happening? I didn't say turn on. Next time I play, I'll confirm if what was said is true. I also am going to ask about if I roll doubles, do all Fireblasts activate or not? I assume not, but anyway. So now this is there. We rolled this, and let's roll our good dice. So now we got to contend with more things happening. So Sigrid's going to come out, and they're going to end up right here. They're going to attack adjacent. They can't hit anything, but they would have rolled a 1 anyway. And then Flynn's not around, so Kroya is going to come out, and she's just going to move right here. And now we have a 4 to 6. So again, we can't get our orc going, but we can start. Actually, this is kind of frustrating. Kroya cannot be attacked by a monster on the turn it's spawned. So I can't do what I've been doing against everyone else and putting a monster here and smashing them. That's going to be a little bit rough, which means that we gotta have to rely on kind of traps and other abilities with her. And we can't put down a chopping blade or a cursed fog. Maybe we need a cursed, and yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna put this here. And we're going to put a curse. Is it same row, right? This way we can maybe keep this alive so that if she makes it here, I can then start punching. But that might not be the best usage of what I have. But that's what we're doing. So let's roll and roll. 5-2, 5-1. So Marion's going to come out. And she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to end up right here. She attacks adjacent. There's nothing to attack. And then Kroya is going to move down again. And again, nothing adjacent to attack. We have a 5 and a 2. Still not enough to purchase an orc. But we can start trying to go after Kroya. So let's do that. We're going to punch, or not Kroya, Marion. We're going to punch her twice. So she's going to roll her trigger twice. So she gets hit once, gets hit twice. So that's perfect. We've actually done some damage. All right, we're going to roll and roll. 5 and 3, 3 and 1. So Kroya is going to move. But she's going to move twice. That's annoying. And she's going to attack this underling. We're going to roll this Cursed Fog. The underling stays alive, so that's good. But she's just going to move again because Safin is gone and Flynn is gone. So she ends up here. I think 5 and a 3. Okay, we can finally upgrade our orc. We're going to do that. She actually might be a really good candidate for getting a chopping blade down here because she'll just keep like crossing into it. So maybe I'll put it over here. Probably should, instead of upgrading the orc, put a chopping blade here. But we're going to upgrade the orc because now we can do 3 damage potentially. All right, 5 and 5, 4 and 6. All right. 5 and 5 is going to be Marion twice. So she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. She's going to get a coin. She collects the coin. She is going to punch me, so I take a damage. And then she's going to move again. 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And she's going to punch nobody. I could try to do 2 damage to her right now by getting rid of these underlings. I don't know if that's the best play though. It's only 1 row or column, right? 2 damage to all heroes in a row or column with Fireblast. I could get rid of Sigrid right now with it. Or I could try to target Marion. Or orcs are in a row. I don't know where the best put in work. I don't want to put him here, but I really want to attack that person. I think we're going to do this instead. Might be horrible. No, we're gonna get rid of both of these underlings to make these max, and we're just gonna kill Sigrid, I think. And I don't know how smart of a move that was, but at least we'll have less damage to worry about. And that's it. We're gonna roll and roll, and we did that with a Fireblast, by the way. Roll and roll. So 5 and 1. So she's gonna move 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, she also, yeah, I didn't put down a trap there yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's gonna end up right here. She's gonna attack me. Cursed Fog is going to trigger, and I take no damage. And then Roya is gonna move down right here, and she's gonna get. Roya already got 2 things. Roya got the gem, and now she's getting the coin. All right, 6 and a 1. I don't know what I can do with a 6 and a 1. Well, I can finally put down, I guess, trap with the 1. Oh wait, then she does 1 damage to me, but I'm gonna soak it up with the 6, so I don't have to spend it. I forgot she attacks everything adjacent too. All right, perfect. We're gonna roll and roll. 5 and 3. So basically, oh, it's this. I think this changed too. Not left to right. It's ascending. Let me double check that. Yeah, that is something that changed too. We're supposed to be activating these in ascending order. So just moving forward, I have to remember that. 3, then 5. This game's kind of a wash because I think that's the second big rule that I forgot, but it's fine. We'll play more of these and then I'll remember. So Kroya is going to move down first. It doesn't really change much, I don't think, anyway. She's going to move here. She's going to attack me. I might use an evil dice to prevent that. Yeah, we'll do that so I don't have to use the 6. Actually, where is she going to end up? 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, I'll take the damage. And then she's going to end up 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to get that, which she does not have yet. She's also going to attack me. She's going to attack my special spot, so I'm going to take 2 damage. But I am going to drop down an underling right next to her. And I'm going to try to hit her twice, but I have to roll the trigger twice. So odds, she blocks. She blocks the first one, she blocks the second one. That's a very bad situation we have going on there. Also, she landed in my chopping blade, so let's roll the chopping blade. 3. It's only when targeted by monsters or a boss, so she takes the damage. Maybe the chopping blade is the way to go for her. All right. Gonna roll and roll. So 1, 2. So it's gonna be Kroya twice. So Kroya's gonna move here. It's gonna deal damage to me. I'm gonna take the damage. And then she's gonna move here. And she's gonna deal another damage to me. Alright. And she gets a key. Alright, now I'm just gonna simply punch Marion twice again. 1, 2. So she blocks 1. She only has 5 health left though. So we're getting closer. Alright. We need doubles now. Actually, I think no matter what, I think they finish this. All right, so 3 is gonna be Kroya first. This is gonna move to here, and she's gonna punch. I think she punches me and the monster. So first, we're gonna roll this for the Cursed Fog. 6. but that does not trigger, so we lose this underling. And then I take a damage. I think I'm going to block that damage with an armor though. And then she's gonna go. She's gonna end up right here. And I take a damage. I do not have 2 armor. Alright, and that is it for the round because they exited. So we're gonna move to the last dungeon, but we have 6 crystals to spend. You could just do Fireblast, Fireblast. It gives me a lot of flexibility. Or I could do a bunch of hits. Let's do Fireblast. Just this looks cooler. We're gonna go with Fireblast, Fireblast. Whether that's a good idea or not, I don't know. And then we gotta figure out where we're gonna draw our. Could do it like this. Let's see. That's good. We don't get a Fire Blast into there though, so let's do it like this. This is probably pretty good. Actually, I forgot again if they can land in here. I don't think it mattered anyway, but I keep forgetting if they could. I gotta get the answer if they can land in the star space. All right. We're gonna roll and roll. And we're gonna hope for something good. We've upgraded this orc and not used them once, so maybe this is the turn. This is the time to use it. All right. So 2 and 6. So Kroya is gonna come out first, and then this dice doesn't do anything. So Kroya is just gonna come out. Just gonna punch nothing, and I gotta establish what I want to do here with a 1 and a 5. I think we're definitely gonna put down a bunch of chopping blades. That was silly. Almost deleted everything. So we're definitely gonna put down a chopping blade here. And what can I do with this 5? Okay, this is a really bad gamble, but if I don't roll a 1 or a 2 or a 3 on the good dice, I could punch her. In worst case, I can use this to give myself a better dice. I don't know if that's the best usage of this dice, but I have to use it either way. And I don't really think I have anything else I can do with it. So we're going to roll, and we're going to roll. All right, we have another 6, and we rolled a 4. So 4 is, oh wait, Sigrid is gone. That's going to be Marion who comes out. She's going to jump out 1, 2, 3, 4. She ends up right here. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're just going to double attack Kroya right now because we don't get the opportunity to do that often. And actually, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to roll. We need more 6s. Yeah, 6s are good for us. All right. 5 is going to be Marion again, so she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to right here. I feel like we need to get more. So I have a 2 and a 5. I can't get the orc out. So we can't get another chopping blade out. We should do that. Chopping blade is column, right? So I don't really know what column is the best column, so we'll just keep kind of doing it. Although, could also just put a. Maybe this is a better plan. We'll do that. And if we get a 6, we can maybe put a first fog in there to prevent Kroya from just destroying them. But I think we're just going to punch twice. Roll. Roll. course. Of course. Maybe the chopping blade was a better plan after all. All right, let's roll and roll. No sixes this time. So it's gonna be Kroya twice. So she's gonna just move up here. This could be good. Chopping blade's gonna go. Oh wait, actually we take a damage as well. Forgot about that. From her. Alright, the chopping blade's gonna go off. And she's gonna take a damage. Can't do any damage to anything. She's gonna move down one. And the chopping blade's gonna go off again. And we miss on that chopping blade, but we do have 2 5s. So I think we could basically hit either one of them. I don't know who's the better one to go after. She's harder to hit. Well, she's harder to hit with monsters. She's harder to hit, period. But I think we're gonna use the double 5s. Or no, we have the orc. We can do the orc. I think we do the orc. Same concept. But we put the orc right here. And they're gonna do 3 damage. Yeah, that's the right play. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, perfect. Let's roll and roll. We have a 6. Kroya is going to move down. And maybe she dies to this chopping blade. Let's see. She does. And then there was a 1. Only Marion was left. And we have a 1 and a 6. So we can just punch. Do we do 2 damage? That's perfect. She's got 3 health left. Roll. Double 1, it's going to be her. So she's going to just move 1, 2, 3, 4. Does she heal? She does. Well, she doesn't heal. She should heal. I feel like if they grab this, they should heal. But 1, 2. She's going to end up right here. She's going to, unfortunately, punch this and punch me. I think we're just going to take the damage. And then she's going to move again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, she's going to punch the orc. I didn't see that coming. She also gets this potion. Oh, this is not good. Can't do anything about it. So you know what? I'm going to not take that damage. And I'm just going to take this 4 and soak it. And I'm going to, she's gonna kill the orc. And then I'm gonna drop the chopping blade down here, I think. Alright, are we gonna roll and roll again? Alright, 6, so she only activates 1 time. So she's gonna just move to 1, 2, 3. She's gonna move right here, right onto the chopping blade. So we're gonna roll. We miss with the chopping blade, but we have options now. I think I'm gonna try to hit her with an orc and end this. I'm going to decrease. Oops, not what I meant to do. I'm going to decrease that to a 5. Get rid of this guy. And I'm going to put an orc in her row. And it's going to activate. And I just need to roll an even. And I win. And it's an odd, so I do not win. So we're going to keep going. I think I'm running out of options here to win. She activates twice. And now I can't do the flame blast. Unfortunate. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No damage. No, she kills this orc now. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not here. She didn't land in a chopping blade area. I could do a flame blast. I cannot do a flame blast. Well, I can. No, I cannot do a flame blast. This is bad. Oh, we forgot. You may reroll one of these dice and use it only to activate a boss ability. Well, we didn't really have anything good to do with that because they haven't been in the boss abilities really. We only have one hit. This is a really horrible space for her to be in with these dice. Well, actually, okay, it's not that horrible. We're just gonna do an orc. And we're gonna see if we can kill her this time. And we did. She takes 3 damage because we upgraded our orc to do 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. We check to see if all heroes are defeated. They are. And I don't remember how the scoring works once. And if the heroes are defeated, then the way this reads is that we scored a perfect game. We get a nice big 50 points, although that's horrible. Really, it goes right here, 50 points. Boom. And that is Dungeon Boss. Dungeon Pages Underboss. I don't know why I said Dungeon Boss. It's Dungeon Pages Underboss. Again, I'm playing really late at night, so who knows what I've said at this point. The rules I need to remember. Dice activates in ascending order. That might have changed some stuff. You have to use your evil dice. That might have changed some stuff too. I don't know if they can land on your star space. That might have also changed some stuff, but I don't think it would have changed too much this time. And then I assume if I get 2 equal dice, I can only activate 1 Flame Blast. If I can activate all of them, then Flame Blast gets a lot better. But I don't know, because it's weird. I remember there was something where, like, it doesn't say per or once, you know, so I don't know. Sometimes they like make these rules very open and they'll just say, "Yep, you can do it," or sometimes they'll say, "No, you cannot." So anyway, I'll find out what they say, and next time I play, I will let you know what they say. And then, yeah, I've been wakasm. This has been Dungeon Pages Underboss. I hope you had a good time. As mentioned, my work schedule is crazy, so I haven't been getting on as much to play. And when I do, I am always really tired, and it's always really late. Hopefully that will change again. I am looking for, so this is it. I'm working a new job that is, well, it's kind of hard to talk about. I have an old job and I've started something new that's taking up a lot of my time that might lead into a new job. And then I'm also trying to find a new job at the same time. It's as cryptic as I can be without sharing too much, but it's been very hectic and a lot of my normal hours have gone away. So I'm hoping to get them back at some point. So until then, enjoy what you get if you're watching. Thank you, and I will see you later. Good night.